Think back to your school days. Do you remember the student mix? That moment when things were tight and you had to make do with a bottle of water, a handful of groundnuts, and Garri with a bit of sugar in a bowl. Back then, we saw it as a sign of not having enough. But look at the supermarket shelves today. That same mix, Garri, sugar, milk, and groundnuts, is now beautifully packaged in premium sachets by brands like Ijebulawa or Kivo. These entrepreneurs didn't invent a new food. They took a constraint. That's the need for quick, clean, and affordable meals, and they innovated. They turned a childhood survival strategy into a national brand. Welcome back to INSPO with Eno. Today we're talking about resourceful minimalism. Whether you're a woman managing a household budget or a man bootstrapping a new business, we're exploring why your biggest fence is actually your biggest competitive advantage. We often think that if we just had more money, more time, or more tools, we'd finally be creative. But the truth is, too many options can lead to analysis paralysis. Innovation isn't what happens when you have everything. Innovation is what happens when you have just enough to force a new way of thinking.
Just like the soundscapes we discussed in a previous episode titled Ambient Space, which helps us create an audio fence to keep us focused,
we have to be brilliant with what we have.
these limits force us to think smarter.
Yes, it's a creative fence.
Exactly.
Our physical and financial constraints create a creative fence that forces us to be brilliant. You know what? You are amazingly brilliant. Ponder on your brilliance as I take a break for you to clock it in. Welcome back, my brilliant listener. Let's look at the Garri rebrand. For years, people ate Garri and groundnuts because it was what they could afford. But entrepreneurs like Ogechi Okelu saw that same limitation as an opportunity. We look at it in three aspects. One, the constraint. Traditional snacks like kulikuli were often seen as unhygienic or low class. The next aspect, the innovation. She used her background as a pharmacist to apply food-grade machineries and modern packaging to traditional recipe. And then finally, the result. She didn't just sell a snack. She sold convenience and trust. By working within the fence of local flavors and local needs, these creators build businesses that a fancy foreign biscuit brand could never compete with in the Lagos market. So, how do you use this as we set your own creative fence? Let's explore if you have time fence.
The time fence. If you only have 1 hour of power from your generator,
you don't waste it on social media. You do your most important work with extreme efficiency. That way, you have maximized your time fence. Next, the capital fence. If you can't get a bank loan, you innovate through community like using an ajo or a cooperative to build your own bank. And that way, you have managed the capital fence. Innovation is a response to a boundary. You are not enough isn't a roadblock. It's the very thing that makes your story unique. To everyone listening,
The next time you feel limited, remember the Garri the sachet. The limit didn't stop the product, it created the product.
and finally, your action step.
look at your biggest struggle today. Instead of fighting it, ask, how can this limit make my work better?
Share your story in the comments or send me a DM. What have you built because you didn't have enough? I am Eno, and this has been a creative and reflective session. I encourage you to keep creating, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next episode, my brilliant listener.